Hey everybody, Eric here from EFBM Reboot. This is the Saturday edition. Excuse me, clear my throat. As you can tell, I'm not as sinusy. I do have my voice back for the most part. But this video is in direct response to a viewer response. Tiffany watched Friday a week ago. She watched that video and had a great response from her. I'm going to keep looking over here because I have notes. So follow along. Her response was this. It's 3 parts. 1, how do you embrace the opportunity? How do you get started without trying too hard or getting overwhelmed? And newbie tips. Sorry, sitting outside, all kinds of noises. And newbie tips. So newbie tips, I'm really going to work to answer all 3. That is a loud cicada. Sorry. So all 3 I'm going to work to answer together because they all kind of go hand in hand. We'll start with embracing the opportunity because that one kind of does stand alone. To really embrace the opportunity, you have to figure out what that opportunity is for you. Because my opportunity is going to be different than my bride's opportunity, which is going to be different than somebody else's opportunity. So you've really got to figure that out for you. But like I said, we're going to answer all 3, so let's dive right in. The first thing you got to do is determine your goal. What is your goal? Do you just want to be overall healthier? Do you want to eat better? Do you want to lose fat, which is what most people call weight loss? Do you want to put on muscle? Do you want muscle growth or grow stronger? Do you want to be able to distance run or speed run? So you kind of get the idea of where do you start? You've got to pick your opportunity. And from there, you've got to just make that decision. If you've already picked picked what your opportunity is, that's great. That's fantastic. You're ahead of a lot of people who don't really know where to start. But each one of the goals you pick are similar yet different in how they're executed. And I've kind of laid it out in 5 ways as I've thought about it. So first you determine what you want. And this can change over time, but it's 5 points. So the first point is decide what you want to do. We've already kind of covered that. Fat loss, strength, muscle, speed, distance running, overall better. That's the first. You decide what you want. You move past that I'm tired of feeling like crap stage, and you move into actually acting with purpose. The second thing is to either create a plan or pick one. Now, if you're not the kind of person that likes to create plans, don't worry. There are phenomenal things out there. There are so many choices that it can actually be overwhelming, which it can be narrowed down. It just depends on what you want to do. The first thing I'd recommend is pick a plan. That would be the very first thing. Beachbody has done a really great job of getting this figured out. You could look at something like P90X, T25, PIO, any of those programs, the 21-Day Fix or 21-Day Fix Extreme. Any one of those plans are going to have fitness and nutrition bundled together, and they're going to complement each other. So you're going to eat to support the fitness, the fitness is going to support the nutrition. Or you could just do something as simple as pick up, do like couch to 5K. Sorry, I'm outside, and there are starting to be mosquitoes. You could do something as simple as like couch to 5K, which doesn't really have a nutrition program with it. So I would recommend that you pick a nutritional program. I recommend you pick something. I'll repost my clean eating guide, which I posted last year, but I will repost that to give you an idea of what that looks like to help you move into the third step, which is to begin changing behavior. There's this principle within nature that if you dig a hole, nature abhors a vacuum, and slowly over time it will begin to refill that hole. And so what you've got to do is, when you remove something from your life, you need to put something back in its place. Case in point, if you remove sodas, you're going to have to start drinking more water. If you remove chips and junk food, you need to replace that with healthier options. That doesn't mean succumbing to buzzwords like gluten-free or whole grain or anything like that, because if you don't have celiacs and you don't know for sure that you're gluten intolerant, you may want to just stay away from gluten-free stuff, because a lot of times what they do is increase the sodium or put other stuff in there that you don't need. So you may just want to stay away from stuff like that. I would focus on shopping the perimeter, as I outlined this window, the perimeter of the grocery store. That's a lot of how we shop here in the Fat Boy household. Most grocery stores are going to have the produce on when you walk in, the inside right, moving up to probably a meat department, and the meat department is going to span this way to dairy and cooler section, and then you're at the checkout. The only time we really go in, I do it for canned tuna, I do it for spices, and almond butter, and then your preferred choice of cooking oil. We really like coconut oil. It's got some fantastic properties and benefits, but that's your call. Move away from canola, move away from vegetable, move away from those oils are terrible for you. Don't use those. Don't. I'm not a licensed nutritionist. I'm not a licensed personal trainer, fitness guru. I just know what works for me and what works for a lot of other people. And removing those terrible oils like vegetable, canola, even peanut oil, you're going to be a lot happier. It's going to take some work, but you'll be a lot happier. But begin changing those behaviors. The fourth thing is to trust the plan. You really do. You've got to trust it. The first couple weeks, you are going to, if you've never done anything like this before, you're going to see phenomenal, almost chart-breaking results. And the reason is, you're starting from nothing. You're starting from nowhere. You're starting from dissatisfaction, discontentment, and you are putting every bit of energy you can into it. But there will come a point where the shock to your system wears off and you're kind of plateau for a little while. Trust the system. That's where Tony Horton's got it really figured out with the whole muscle confusion thing. And after 3 or 4 weeks, changing it to a different workout routine, and then going back into the weights and the interval stuff really hard. So you just trust the plan. No matter if it's a Beachbody program, Isogenics, Primal Blueprint, even if it's something like Daily Burn, trust the plan, because it's mapped out and has seen success for a reason. The fifth and final thing is to document your progress. Now, these are done in a sequential order. I've given them to you 1 through 5, but a lot of these are done hand in hand. So once you decide what you want to do, then you're immediately going to start moving into picking your plan. At the same time, you should then begin, as you're reading through the materials, as you're preparing to start the program, to change behavior. A lot of, like T25 has a 5-day, I think a 3-day or 5-day reset to it. So what that'll do is that'll get you ready for what you're about to start. So you got 3 or 5 days, and then you jump into the program. A lot of programs have this. P90X has a kind of a fitness gauge. You do a fit test, and you see where you're starting, and at the end of the program, you do the fit test again to see where you've come. You're also going to take pictures. This is where it gets really uncomfortable for people. You're going to take your clothes off, leave on bathing, like bikini, or leave on swim trunks, sports bra, that kind of thing. But you're going to take pictures. and you're going to take measurements. And this is where it gets really uncomfortable for folks. But you've been uncomfortable in your skin for a long time. Don't let this stop you from pursuing something that really can be a game changer for you. So those are the 5 things. Decide what you want to do. Create a plan and pick, or create a plan or pick one. Begin changing behavior. Trust the plan. Document progress. So that's kind of it. Excuse me. I really hope that this has been informative and helpful. I really do, because you guys, if you take nothing else away from EFBM, take that, because those are really the 5 big things to the success I saw last year. And when I stepped away from those, that's where everything got derailed for me. That's where I allowed discontentment to sow back in, and I didn't have a purpose. I just kind of was aloof in the whole thing, and so that made it difficult. That led to me putting my body through some pretty crazy things, and it wasn't good. And so now I've taken my own advice. I've picked my 5. I've done my 5, and we're gonna see some fantastic results. So I'm gonna bear it all for you guys, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna post my before photos, and then at the end of the program I'm gonna do, which I'm not gonna tell anybody about yet, but at the end of the program I'm gonna do, I'll post my after pictures. And so I'm gonna get back into doing 2-a-day workouts, something in the morning, something in the evening. I also have set a long-term goal for myself of running a 5K. I've got about 10 that I'm looking at which I'm looking, is how that sentence should be said. But I have 10. I'm not going to run all 10, but between the middle of end of October to mid-November, I'm looking at 10 different ones in my area. So as soon as I pick one, I'll let everybody know. That way, if you want to do it with me, to give you a goal, to something to shoot for, let me know. So I've got a plan that I'm not telling anybody about yet, but I also am doing Couch to 5K. That one I am talking about. That one I'm posting all kinds of crazy things about. So be on the lookout for some great stuff. I got product reviews coming soon. I'm actually going to record videos, have someone help me edit, and then post those. I've got product write-ups that I'm going to do. I've got recipes I'm going to post. I need to do a meal prep video. And so I got some stuff coming in the works. So if you guys have any more video ideas, please let me know. If you have questions of terminology, because that can be overwhelming, let me know. And if there's anything you'd like to see on the blog, let me know as well. So there's a whole lot of let me know, whole lot of stuff in the plan, in the works and planning phases. Also, my bride's gonna be posting one soon, and so I'm looking forward to that. I've given her, I think, about a week to get ready. So, you guys, it's under 15 minutes, and with that, I hope you had a great day. I hope you've had a great workout, and remember, we are just ordinary people trying to live extraordinary lives. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.